All right, guys. Happy Friday. Thank freaking gosh. It is the end of the week. And that freaking means we get to play some Diablo 2 Resurrected with the Reimagined mod again. Thoroughly enjoyed it last time. I just didn't get to... and I've never played as a warlock, so I thought that this would be the perfect time to go ahead and do just that. I'm still trying to figure out a good guide for it. From what I've seen, it's still recommended that I do the, what the heck is it called? The Echoing Strike build. But to do that, you have to do the leveling build, which is called the Abyss, which uses that miasma chain, apparently, and up until level 75. And this says to go ahead and respec into, the hell is it called? Respec into the Echoing Strike build. So we're going to continue doing that today. But my gosh, I am so glad that it is Friday. You have no freaking idea. It's been one hell of a week. So before we get into that, let's go ahead and get started today. All right, so we are good to go on that. Go ahead and get, as is tradition, get up and close and personal with you guys. There we go. I had to be especially careful with my model today because was it Wednesday I started I was playing Vampire Survivors, and I talked about a couple things I decided to make into YouTube shorts about the Final Fantasy IX remake that I thought was long canceled, and then also about Chrono Trigger releasing let me get my map up, releasing some keychains for one of its anniversaries, I believe what it was, which is interesting. They were talking about in the article how they wanted to, fans wanted to see a remake, and like people, and I'm like, no, people did not want to see the remake. What in the hell are you talking about? We're afraid of remakes now from you guys because of certain remakes that we have nowadays. So that is just not a thing anymore. Oh, but yeah, no, it's so reason why is because my model was constantly looking to the bottom right. It looked, which is fine. I mean, my content was still going through, but it looked stupid. I mean, you could probably put in that I was looking at the game screen, but no, the game screen is actually like right in front of me. I just had to move the camera in a decent way. Yeah, that did I freeze? Ain't no way. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank God. I was like, there's just no way that happened. Oh my goodness. Speaking of articles, I noticed, I was kind of just perusing the articles today. I didn't find too much I wanted to even talk about today, if at all. I noticed that a lot of these articles suck. They're like the most minimum information, and generally talking about information from a completely different source. Kind of just they're kind of just restating the, like, most bare information, and like, oh, we got this information from here. I'm like, cool. Maybe you should probably put that in the front of the article so I didn't have to waste my damn time. But no, they want the clicks, they want the ads, but little do they know I have a built-in ad blocker into my browser, so they don't get any traffic from me. Mostly I just use it to see, like, oh, is there any cool new games coming out? Generally no. A lot of it's just AAA stuff that I don't really care about, because I like to stick with older stuff unless it's something that really catches my eye. And the only real new thing that's been catching my eye as of late is this one weird game that has to do with Princess. What did that happen? Damn it, I think I just screwed something up. Oh, I dropped it. No, I didn't. Damn it, where'd it go? I must have used it. But no, it's I got distracted. There's a new game that has to do something with princesses and them getting revenge on like the witches or something evil that caused them not to have their happily ever after, which is an interesting concept in and of itself. And there's this huge freaking controversy that the art style is too overly sexualized, and I'm like, you cannot be serious. This is actually not that bad. Yeah, I mean, like they showed, what was it, Rapunzel, which has a really cool idea where Rapunzel actually like eats people with her hair. It's very Bayonetta in a way, and yeah, now that I looked at it, I'm like, that's not even that bad. What are they complaining about? It seems like a really cool game. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised with whom is writing those articles, right? Is there nothing else in this world that you can worry about? Like, is your life so good that this is like the worst possible thing that is happening to you right now? Freaking A, dude. But I will be checking that game out. I'm a little worried about how I'm going to tackle newer games with the way I want to run this channel. That is, archiving my experiences with the older games that made up my childhood. But I still also want to play these cool games. I know that I will be fighting with every other channel that will be playing that game on release. And this is a very small channel, like small channel. I'd be kind of checking the analytics every now and again. Like, people only watch, you know, my stuff for at most a couple of minutes, which is fine. I shouldn't be worried about views. I'm doing this for, I guess, just the project of being able to archive myself and archive my thoughts. But I mean, it's still something I like to check now and again. And I'll be fighting literally with every other streamer out there, people who are way more popular than I am. So it's one of those things like, do I even want to try? Should I just wait a little bit until everyone else has played it? But then again, everyone will have already watched it, so why would you even bother watching someone else play it, right? But then that comes to the point of, well, why are you playing it for someone else? Just play it for yourself at that point. It's great that you want to share your experience with everyone, and it might be that the game is so fun that part of the fun for people is seeing streamers' reactions, especially for those who have never played it before. So maybe it is worth it. Who knows? Oh, I forgot to mention. So I am currently looking into bots to help mitigate the I would say moderator bots to help fight the bots that like the Stream Boo bot that keeps appearing, kind of advertising the Stream Boo thing. I don't know what the hell Stream Boo is, but it's been advertising that. But I also kind of want to make it a game to have bets for, you know, we'll be chat members saying like, all right, well, who wants to bet? Give me the over under when the guy's going to appear. My bet today is about probably like, say 20 minutes in, and we're currently, oh crap, hold on, I got to move some chats around. We're currently about 20 minutes in. Okay, so we're currently 20 minutes into the stream right now, and I'm thinking, oh, that's a ring, that give him 5 more minutes and I'm pretty sure the Stream Boot bot will be appearing. But I've been kind of not talking, but reading other people's experiences with weird visitors in streams, and apparently it's quite common, especially for newer VTubers, which I kind of guessed from my own experiences, that you'll get chatters appearing in your chat room, and they seem like legitimate people. Well, apparently, no, they're actually bots, and it's the same pattern. They'll talk to you like they're a real person, but apparently, and then they'll start asking about art assets, and they might ask you for, say, your Discord or something, and you know, innocently, and I've done this before. I've done like to 2 people before. I'm like, okay, we know what, we're not doing this anymore. So I got like 2 people who know my actual Discord, and which is fine. I don't care. It's not something I'm trying to really hide at all. Although I'm trying to, you know, trying to separate my VTuber side from my general gaming and Discord side. But I mean, if that gets out, that gets out. That's fine. But I just for anonymity, just being anonymous sake, you know, is the reason why I kind of want to keep it safe. But yeah, no, they'll friend you, and then they'll ask you like, hey, I like your stuff, and I'm wondering if I can do any commissions for you, and you know, so we can work together. And sometimes they'll even put a spin like, hey, I'm really hard up for cash. Shoot, I've had people who've been faking as the current artist for, say, my banner and my model, and coming as like, hey, we want to work more with you. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, your policy is to not do that, is to contact me through VGen, and generally I come to you. Okay, and I made mention to them, to the actual people when I first commissioned, like, hey, I really like your stuff, so I'm hoping that it'll be open to further commissions in the future. I like your art style. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. When I have an opening, I'll let you know. And then if you have the money at that time and want to commission, you can go right ahead. I'm like, cool, deal. They're not supposed to come to me, but apparently these guys have been. So apparently, but a lot of these are actually AI bots too. They'll just act very human, which is kind of scary and kind of bad for me, because I want to work with digital security as well as AI. And to be able to be even tricked like that, I'm like, oh, it's an actual person. It's scary. It's showing like, hey, even someone who may be trained in it or who is training can still be fooled. And that's the importance, and this is my digital security student side talking, to always have, say, scheduled trainings, keep up with the times, keep up with possible threats, so that you can teach others through training programs that your company may want to invest in. So that's extremely important. Which also leads into what we were talking earlier before we started Diablo 2, was the hell of a week. Anyone who's been keeping up with my morning quickies as of this week, Monday was Potato, and then Wednesday, which was Vampire Survivors. More on the Vampire Survivors because the week was about halfway over during that time. How I got stuck in the elevator at work, had the fire department get me out. Definitely showcasing my let's see, get back out. Definitely showcasing my social retardation, and how I'm like, okay, thanks guys, and walk right past them and start getting back to work. Then we had the floods. We have people constantly calling out because we're having new stressful situations at work because we're losing a team. Because probably give myself away if any of the upper management actually watches my stuff. They are lazy as hell and just don't want to hire a new supervisor and have to train a new supervisor for that team. And yeah, so they're just making the other teams take other workers and having to cover their areas, which is stressing out our current guys, which I'm about to do the math later on this weekend, and I'm gonna check, okay, what's the actual math of people calling out now. Ooh. 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 Yes, ma'am. So yeah, I have a feeling that I'm going to show that, hey, we've actually had seen an increase in callouts, and this is going to be detrimental over time just because you guys are being effing lazy, and y'all need to stop it. I want some of our upper management to actually lose their contracts. Like, I'm done with them. So is my boss, who's directly below them. We're all done. They need to go. Like, I literally almost gave my 2 weeks. Was it on Wednesday? I was nigh hair trigger pull away for saying, all right, I'm done. But I had to talk myself down because I need this job. I cannot afford not to have a job right now. I have animals I have to take care of, a household that I have to pay for, groceries, all these sorts of things. Plus, I have to use the tuition waiver that I get from the job as well as the credit discount. So I'm not in super big debt when I get out of college. So it got me a little bit over the barrel on this one. I'm really not happy about it, but unfortunately this is kind of life right now. I can only hope that they're going to see the problems that they're causing, and I'm hoping that the management above them will say, all right, your contract is done, we need to find new people. Obviously it's not working out, because I know for a fact a lot of supervisors do not like our upper management right now, and haven't for a long time. No, actually, you all need to. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 and 2 as that. Buy a whole bunch of extra mana. Say what exactly I am doing for those who are just listening for audio. And yeah, I think we're looking good right now. We got, yeah, no, we're good. Oh, and not to mention, we were able to hire a whole bunch of new people, but we also got a bunch of people that that we inherited from the crew that is being disbanded. So that crew, so those guys apparently had an absentee problem, which is, I shouldn't say apparent because I have access to some of those records as management myself, and I thought, like, all right, well, as long as they kind of get the warning and say, hey, you keep doing this, you're gonna have to go. Apparently we've had it like happen one time where they continued their pattern, but it hasn't been all that bad. We were able to deal with it. It's just becoming harder because we have tons of people on vacation, because it's like the end of summer. People are going to start taking their vacations before and trying to recharge before the insanity that is the new school year starts appearing. And so yeah, we felt it. But now we have upper management coming to us like, all right, yeah, we need to start documenting them out. And we're like, you're going to put us even, we're already down staff like terribly, and you're giving us more buildings. You do realize what you're asking us to do, right? They don't care. We already have one person that we might have to get rid of because of a poor guy had an injury before he got into our job, and he might have to have surgery, and that's going to take him out until like a month or two, even if he says it's going to be outpatient. We're like, no, dude, the surgery you're having is probably going to be, it's going to be bad. And they want us to basically get rid of him and lay him off and say, hey, when something else opens, go ahead and apply for it. But we're like, dude, we're going to have to retrain him, we're going to do all of this, and it's really not that guy's fault. We can deal with it. It sucks that we have to wait, but I mean, the guy needs his job. He came to us, he came back not knowing really the procedures for the surgery and the kind of absence he's going to have, because we had to get HR involved, right? Because this is an injury. It's going to have, you're going to have to talk to them so you know, you don't lose your job, because you're going to be gone for so long, basically leave without pay because it's brand new, hasn't accrued any PTO yet. You know, they kind of want us to start like layoff procedures. You know, like, we told him that, dude, you're not gonna lose your job, you just need to keep us informed, and we'll, you know, keep in touch with HR. it's insane right now. We're losing people left and right. And we find out that our onboarding person, the person who's supposed to teach these people the policies for calling in, requesting vacation, didn't really do that. They just gave them the pamphlet that explains that and said, okay, here you go. And they didn't even really tell them to read it, just expected to go through this and blah, 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 but not to read that part. Because we've had people doing, like, any of our current people, if they ever requested time off the way they've been doing it, we were like, oh, no, that's a write-up, dude. You are putting pressure on the rest of the crew when you do that kind of crap last minute. At least if you do it properly, it gives us time to plan, okay? And most often, we will be taking care of your spot, but when there's multiple people on vacation and people are calling out sick because of the now new stressful situations we have, we're going to be so down that it's only going to get worse, and it's going to be a complete snowball rolling down the hill situation. And the people who are going to get hit with that snowball is going to be the other workers. Okay? So the fact that you're doing this, and not to mention you're really slow on getting interviews for new people, do you want us to fail? Do you want us to quit? Because if you keep doing this, people are going to quit. I've already heard rumors from other leaders that, like, nah, dude, if this keeps going, we're gone. Like, people are this close to being gone. And I really had to talk myself, because I was almost one of them. I almost gave my 2 weeks to my boss that night after the elevator situation and just all the other stuff that was happening. But I had to talk myself down. I had to go and get some water, get a nice, like, Diet Coke, sit down and really think. I'm like, can you really afford to do this? No, you cannot. I'm already having to look to find a second job, which is going to affect my streaming, because most likely I will have to push my streaming back further. And since I share a house with other people, I can't really stream late because I have to keep my door open for my cats to be able to come in and out, so they can have access to the cat box, which is outside of my room. The only thing I have in my room is food and water, and I have 2 locations for food and water because they like to wander around. But the cat box is in one place that doesn't affect anyone else in the house. So that was insane, I have to say. But enough of that. This is supposed to be a time to relax and to think about the positive things. Saying that, let's go ahead and move backwards to what I was discussing about looking up on some news articles. And the only thing that really caught my eye was something merchandising. Let's say a merchandising article for Square Enix, and that it's crazy. Let me go off on this tangent, if you would excuse me for a second. I click on one damn article about merchandising that Square Enix is giving, and all news articles I get now, I see in my feed, is Square Enix and merchandise. Although a lot of Square Enix stuff is about new games as well as gaming controversies that they've been going through, because Lord knows they're no stranger to that. Really, someone needs to freaking learn their lesson over Square. I mean, come on, how many lessons do you have to be taught before upper management's like, okay, enough of you, you suck? And finally, was that a unique? Ooh. Sorry. But no, so what did catch my eye is FF10 was pretty high up on my favorite games list, more specifically RPGs. But it's their 25th anniversary this year, which is a really cool thing, but not cool at the same time because it means I'm old. Childhood has fleeted. It is not fleeting, has fleeted. But it's the 25th anniversary, and they showed some merchandise that came out. And one thing that caught my eye, besides something that has to do with Lulu on the front, and you want a good way for me to look at your item, which is like half the battle in merchandise sales these days, is you put Lulu on the front. I have to say that she was nigh quintessential, besides Teen Titans Raven, specifically from the Cartoon Network show, my awakening on my love of goth girls, which has kind of gone away because, as I have learned from personal experience, as well as warning from people I trust, goth girls are just not worth the effort. Aesthetically, they are amazing. Personality-wise, not so much. And I used to know a lot of goth people, and they're really cool. They're just very, their interests were a little not exactly aligned with me, but they were pretty nice. I'll say that. They're pretty nice, and they're people I got along with a lot. Not the girls, though. I just really like the way they looked. Okay, yeah, it's skin deep, it's very shallow, but I mean, can you blame me? And I know most of you people online, I've seen the threads about goth girls. They have high traffic, they have high picture posting, and I hear nothing but talked about the big breasted gothic mommies. So you cannot blame me, all right? But yeah, no, Lulu, you will catch my eye right away. You just there. But no, besides that, and getting back on topic from my damn random way of going on random tangents all the damn time, is there's a big floofy blitz ball. I've always wanted a blitz ball. I wanted a blitz ball that's very true to the game, so it would have like those bumps and be, you know, think about, like, I guess, like, what would be the weight of it? It has to travel through water, so it'd be decently heavy. So you'd say, no, a basketball? Maybe a heavier basketball. Maybe like a low medicine ball. I think that'd be more appropriate. But either way, it's a blitz ball. I've always wanted a blitz ball. It's in floofy, so if I decide to, and I will, throw it at someone, it won't hurt. It's just a nice, giant, fluffy blitz ball. So, congratulations, Square. You caught my eye with that damn article. Now, I think they're actually not that expensive, because generally, anything from Square Enix that's sold in the Square Enix shop, especially, is overpriced. I'm talking about anything FF14 from their stupid shop. They're the models, their collector's editions, which, by the way, no one should do that. Collector's editions, although I am a hypocrite, I have bought collector's editions of a couple of things, but I already knew I was going to buy them. That game, and that game meant a lot to my heart. Talking about the Final Fantasy VII remakes before I found out that that was a lie, and they're reboots, and they can kiss my ass for that one. Hold on, I gotta check my build real quick, because there's like, this is a leveling build, and I need very specific how I'm gonna do this. Okay, level 10 is Miasma Bolt, and I did dexterity. I needed 2 levels in the strength. Did I do that? I don't think I did. Hold on. I am using... No. What the hell is it? No, go back. No. Okay. So I have something that allows me to do a reset, locate my stats again, without having to do end game content, because generally that's what you have to do to be able to do that. I took it out just because I hate having to, if I screw something up, I have to start over. Otherwise, I'd have to go hunt with a build that's just not optimal. I know that's kind of, I don't know, autistic, but no, I need the numbers to be right. That's how it is. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was 2 to 5. That's level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. This is level 7, level 8. And then 9 to 18 is all vitality, baby. And that's how generally most builds go in Diablo 2 nowadays, even in the mod. Just enough strength and dex for your equipment, and all in the vitality after that. Okay. Oh, I forgot you did this. God damn it. Okay. So we're still at level 10, so it's all into miasma bolt. Give that one. Wait, how do you assign the thing again? It's F1, right? Okay, there you go. Oh, my bad. F1, motherfucker. There you go. Okay. Yeah. That was basically into that. I saw something really cool and I wanted Blitzball. And I think I was yelling Square Enix about their overpriced stuff in their shop, which is, I would still yell at you to this day if I cared about it. Because yeah, I think that was going off tangent from not buying collector's editions if you can get it. Oh, I didn't realize I was getting smacked that hard. Yeah, the big collector's editions I actually bought. I did one for FF7R before FF7 the remake was revealed as a reboot, and then I bought one for Nier Automata, and it's one of my greatest shames, but I also don't regret it, was the Nier Automata collector's edition. I bought it because of 2B's butt. And you're like, of course you are, you're a guy. I'm like, yeah, I am a guy. However, because I did that, I got a really nice statue, I got a really nice book, art book that I really like, and I have on my shelf. I actually read from time to time because I love the art from that game. But I got a game that became one of the top games of all time for me, and actually was one of the few games that actually make me cry, basically openly. I don't like admitting it, but it did, and I do not regret it to this day. I have it. I wish it was a little cheaper, but you know what? Money well spent as a gamer in having great and grand and real gaming moments that will last for a lifetime. But still, don't buy collector's editions if you can manage it, please. And do not pre-order games. And that would be my my helpful message for the day. It's just called that, right? Okay, so remember when I said the bet that Stream Boo bot would appear about 20-25 minutes in? I lost that bet. I super lost that bet. We almost doubled that time. Freaking A. Even if it's Friday. Oh, you know what's freaking worse? I've got to complain again. You know, I said in an earlier stream that Fridays in the end of the work week generally is when I get my brisket poutine tradition with some mac and cheese from my local restaurant that serves it. I might not be able to do that today because of the amount of people we have on vacation, but they're using the buildings in the university that I work at for a whole bunch of orientations, and they're using every goddamn room in the building, and it's going to be over 300 people attending, and it's multiple orientations. I was like, oh shoot. So it's going to be all hands on deck, everyone get your stuff done, and then everyone meet at that building because we have to clean that building. We have one, we besides today, we have one more week before start of school. Yeah, it's only going to continue until next week, so we have to get that building done today. It was unfortunate we have one crew that can't join us because their building is being used for giant orientation. We're talking about barbecues, full-on food spreads. They're using their courtyard, they're using the giant auditorium. It's a gigantic deal. So they're stuck over there. They can't come help us. So I was like, oh no. This sucks so bad. So it's going to be a fun day. So I might not be able to get my poutine. I might not be able to go because I have to take my lunch early to get there before the restaurant closes. And I'd not be able to do that because I have to get my stuff done like about close to 7 o'clock as possible, and that's when I go take my lunch that day. So I don't know what am I gonna do. So level 11, right? We're level 11. Yeah. So all in the VIT, and we go into another skill at level 12. I don't remember what skill we go to. Working is fun. It's never a dull goddamn day. I welcome a dull day at my work. Come on. That's generally when people don't like to stick with this job because it can get very monotonous. Not when you're leadership, because you have to plan everything and you're the one who has to cover when things go wrong. And everything goes wrong because people call out all the damn time. We have events happening every day, time that is last minute. So we can't rightly say, give our people say, hey, just let you know this is happening last minute, over 400 people in attendance. Good luck. Can't really do that. We had to have that happen before. Not a good feeling. And we get people calling out in retaliation all the time when that happens, and we cannot blame them. We get pissed, but we cannot blame them. Oh. I'm gonna still talk to my boss like, look, I know I have to be there, but give me like 10 minutes. Let me just go get the food. I'll come and clean. I'll put the food up in my office. Just so I can take, like, after we're done cleaning, I can take like 45 minutes to just chill. It's been that week, man. You know that I came this close to just leaving your ass high and dry. And just like, nah, this job ain't worth it. So just give me this 45 minutes. But he's generally pretty cool. He'll allow me to do that. But it's always a possibility that it may not happen. Then I gotta go shopping after this. I have to, like, after this stream is done, I have to stick pretty close to the hour allotment I generally give my streams for the morning quickie. And yeah, because I have to go shopping. And the store I go to has a really sweet sale on the energy drinks I generally get, which I'm definitely going over budget this week for groceries, but you can't get wrong. It's 10 for 10, dude. You can't go wrong with that. And so it's time for stock up when that happens. Hopefully the sale is still going on. Generally, when the store has sales, they go on for quite a while. So hopefully they'll continue having that sale. And then you go stock up. I also need coffee creamer, all that jazz. I need more hot sauce too. I'm out of hot sauce. I'm not too pleased about that. Why'd I do that? Oh, god damn it. I'm stupid. Okay. I'm also thinking, I can't really afford it, but the way I have to do my chats, they're stacked on my second monitor, like the very top right, but try not to cover the rumble screen, because the rumble screen is where I use to multi-stream. So I also have to check the bit rate as well as the frame rate, because I noticed that when I was originally playing Pal World, that Pal World started to, when it was crashing my OBS, that the bit rate and the frame rate started to ever slowly tank from about the 6,000 bit rate and 60 frames per second frame rate. It started to tank very, very slowly, which I'm guessing tank's not the right word if it's doing slowly, but regardless, that's how I know. So I always have to have that up on the screen at all times. So for my layout, I have zero room anywhere, and Diablo has to be played on full screen, otherwise it starts acting weird and OBS has a hard time catching it for some reason. So I thinking of getting a third vertical monitor. Nothing expensive, just cheap. Although if I had the money, oh damn, nice. If I had the money, I would get like I know they're over expensive, but I have had nothing but good, almost said opportunities, but opportunities is not the right word. It's good experiences with Alienware. So Alienware, more specifically their monitors, which is what I use for the gaming of itself, and I use like a overly large old TV as my second monitor that I put like YouTube and stuff on, or right now where I have my OBS. screen on right now so I can make sure that my model isn't looking to the bottom right at all times again, like it did on Wednesday. But yeah, all the chat's there. So I'm hoping if I can get a third monitor, that will take care of a place I can put all the chats and have a nice screen open, not only for OBS, but I can put the VTuber Studio on there, which would eliminate my need to have the preview on for OBS, because preview, I think the problem with OBS and Palworld was that the preview in OBS does use quite a bit of processing power, or GPU. It uses part of GPU. It kept crashing my GPU. So I'm trying to eliminate that. So everything that we can eliminate, the better. I just need to keep my audio levels screen up, as well as my scene transitions. And then I think they will be good to go. That will give me a place for all the chats for Kick, YouTube, Twitch, and then Rumble. And that'll give me a screen for Rumble that allows me to keep a track on the bitrate and everything. So I think it might be worthwhile to invest, even though I want to save up, because I need to save up for a second computer that handles solely the actual OBS and encoding part of the streaming process, and then my old bulky computer can take care of gaming, which it was built for. I think that would help, but yeah, it's still a long way off, especially since the laptop that I have for school is over 6 years old, and it is showing it. It is heating up. I have to open it up and check out the thermal paste situation in that, which is probably not that good, knowing how old it is and how often I actually open it up. Like my actual gaming computer, oh no, I keep up on that. Even they recommend per month to check out for dust and all that, and thermal paste is at like every biannually. No, I check that every month, man. You don't need to, but I check it every month. You kidding me? With how expensive computer parts nowadays? Oh hell no! I need this to last as long as possible. And then I was chatting with not only ChatGPT, but other computer experts that I work with at work and that I go to school with, and they're like, "Oh no, dude, your system, the way you built it, you can have it last for another 3 to 4 years." And that's if you do like the bare minimum of upkeep. It says the way that you do things, most likely it could last a little bit longer. You might have to replace the RAM, which is unfortunate, sticky situation when it comes to price. But like, no, that'd be like really the only thing you would have to worry about. I'm like, freaking deal, dude. So no, I have to keep this up, especially I have to buy a new laptop. And I need a decently powerful laptop for my programming situation, as well as art. And I mean, I'm going to, bust up a couple of rounds of Palworld. Maybe if I get back into 14, which I don't ever see myself doing, or play some Guild Wars, which I also don't see myself doing anymore because kind of tired of that. Just in general, and I need to get a new cooling mat as well. So that's a whole nother thing I got a budget for. Oh, and I have to stop eating lunch really at work, which is fine because of my diet. I'm eating really late. I don't really need to eat that late for my diet. As long as I eat like a nice breakfast and a later lunch, I'm generally okay. Except on workout days, I'll have a little something at work, just so I'm not waking up completely out of energy. Because boy, I've had that happen, and having to work out on that that deal is not great feeling. Also, I'm hoping that I'm coming out clearer when I talk, with good volume, as well as enunciating my consonants better. I've been working on that. I noticed that I haven't really been checking myself this stream. Usually I try and make sure I'm always staying. I just realized, where the hell was I going? I need to go to the Black Marsh. I know that. So I have to go to the Countess, as well as go to the Tree of Infusions. Nope, okay. I went freaking backwards. No, damn. I usually check myself and try to make sure I talk slowly. But when I get into topics like about FF10, the merchandise, and all that, I realize that, oh, I'm talking fast again, which I don't want to do, but it's just my natural state, which I'm trying to unnaturalize that state and talk better. Took a communication class to not only talk better, but to, you know, be able to talk to people, which I guess failed, and that remark is still socially retarded, so that never changed. I mean, I get the theory better now about how to be a proper communicator, but good lord, can I not put into practice very well. Usually I'm having such a harder time with these guys, but then I also realize I am in still players 1. I don't think I put up to players 3, which I usually do, which I'm not going to worry about since this is my brand new. I've never played Warlock before, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful this time around. You know, I just realized I have never ever done a I've never done a hardcore run. I'm a little worried about that because, you know, I invest all that time, and if I die in such a stupid way, that's a lot of time wasted, and I don't have the time to waste anymore. I'm not a kid. I have to be careful. Hunger pang. Drain minus 10 life per 10 seconds. Okay. Ooh. That's a little tough. I almost want to give that to my mercenary. Because she's an archer, so she is far away. Will deal damage from far away, so she can keep that up, but gives her tons of defense just in case. Managing regeneration I don't think does anything for her though. I'm a magic build though. Life stolen does count for magic though, right? I don't fully remember. I only ever really use leech builds with physical attackers. I always have to worry more about mana regeneration when I'm talking about a magic user. We're going to go ahead and give it to my mercenary. That's not bad for a necromancer, but I already have another stash for my another necromancer, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, we're gonna keep that because you use those for rolling. Oh, maximum weapon damage. That is going to go to my mercenary. Get tons of these guys. By these guys, I'm talking about mana potions. Keep forgetting that not everyone can hear me when I'm talking because they may not be looking at the screen. Let me say that again. That made no goddamn sense of what I just said. Some people are audio only listeners, and when I say this thing, they don't know what I'm talking about. So let's actually say what we're doing. That's better. You need to crash out on myself there, but
I'll put that to good use. I can't use that yet.
What do you mean you can't use that yet? Oh. Well, aren't I an idiot? Level 11 minimum. So we'll go ahead and keep that in our expanded Herodric cube, which was a brilliant thing for that mod. Love it. Because good lord is space at a premium in Diablo. And it might be a good idea to actually throw this in a private stash. But I'm thinking that once I get bored of the Warlock, I'm not even sure if I want to take it all the way up to level 75. If I want to do a hardcore on a obscure build, which may be stupid for someone who doesn't do hardcores, to do it on a build that may not be too meta, and have myself dying all the damn time. Like I said, I don't like the fact that I'd be wasting time, and time is kind of precious to me in my ever-advancing age. But I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun to watch, and I think people would enjoy it. You know, I did notice when I was checking my analytics, I did a couple of shorts the other day, and dude, those views went up quick. I know that not everyone has the time to watch hour-plus VODs, especially when I'm trying to make a channel for the older audience and the older gamers who are basically in the kind of same situation as I am, where they have to worry about time allotment. So, I mean, VODs may not be the absolute best thing to do for my kind of channel, but I also use it as an archive, like a journal of my thoughts. So I'm guessing being able to clip it would be the best bet, but as a streamer, I don't know what would be the best to 12 to 15 is miasma chain would be to clip, to make shorter videos, because I don't, you know, I'm not a huge jokester like a lot of the more popular streamers are, where they would when they talk and they do a lot of jokes or try to make a lot of memes and stuff. But I mean, there's gotta be some things that, you know, people find worthy of a shorter video, but it's like the artist situation, where an artist, the biggest critique of art is the artists themselves, which it could be incredibly fine, but it's but it's just harder for the artists themselves, because they're always judging themselves, and yeah, it just becomes harder in general. What in the hell? How do you use this stupid... Oh, so you gotta run around it? Oh. So you do this. Have them walk into it. Okay, that's how you use a chain. They said in the build, that the leveling build, that this is kind of the hardest part of the build, is being able to get this this gameplay loop, or if loop is even the correct word for it. Okay, no, it's per cast. I thought it'd be it might be just freaking easier to, yeah, let me just hit you. It'd be easier just to do that. Probably don't need it, all this damn potions, but I like being prepared. Just realize you don't need that. Ooh, that plus 10% to all resistances is really nice, especially when you're going against Andariel and a goddamn poison. But the defense is not something to brag home about. And the only saving grace I have is that it is it's a magic build, so I generally do not want to be hit. And hopefully Andariel is not fast enough to really screw me over. Okay, this is pretty cool right here. Yeah, just get him to run. Yeah, that's nice. But just in terms of speed, we'll go ahead and do that. We just okay. Let's the goal. Okay, no, there's the tree. Do we hit about the hour that we want to do? It hasn't been a really. It hasn't been I mean, a super exciting stream. I will admit, I didn't get a lot done, but Diablo, I feel, is one of those games that is really good just for the hour run. It's one of the reasons why I went ahead and chose it, because it's something that's fun. I can just mindlessly grind out, mindlessly just kill things, and now this has been it's been a good deal. Oh, this is when you want the chain out. Yeah, okay. When we level up the chain a little bit more, oh, we're gonna be in business. Yeah, I know. Read the damn thing. Take it to what's her face in the camp. I have a thing that I have to have my map completed. I get very bothered if my maps in Diablo are not completed. Hell, I get bothered when I don't go all the way to the corner and there's like one piece, like say like you don't go in the corner and it just shows enough like, oh, there's a corner here, but it shows these little two offshoots. Like most corners have those offshoots in Act 1. If I don't see them in my corners, I get bothered. It's really bad. I've had it happen where I was playing in Hell. There was like a particularly hard enemy that I did not see in a corner, and I'm like, no, I gotta go get my corner. I got one shot at. I was like, you mother effer. Oh, I was going shopping. You know what? I hope I have enough time to make some breakfast. I want to kind of finish off that mac and cheese that I talked about on Wednesday. That they give us like the some mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A that usually donates to our food bank at the university, and yeah, because I help work for them, they'll give me sometimes some of the Chick-fil-A stuff that was donated, and they give me a lot of the mac and cheese. And dude, that's when reconstituted and given like different flavor profiles through some nice seasonings. Oh, dude, that's killer. And I have enough today for some breakfast. I try and split it into like 3 portions, because from what they give you, and the portions they give you they range wildly from like, oh, like a little bit that you can just throw in the microwave, not really like worth putting it in the on the oven and constituting it the correct way, or you can get like a giant bag of it. It's just it's never consistent. What is the range of this damn chain? I have no clue. But no, it's yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so yeah, let's complete this map real quick, and then we will call it quits for today, which is unfortunate. We had on my first freaking Diablo stream, we had a homie come and rumble, and we're like, oh dude, freaking Diablo 2 Resurrected in the morning, that's my deal. Unfortunately, it was right at the end of the stream. I felt so bad. It was an actual person. It wasn't a freaking AI asking for art commissions. I was like, oh dude, this is so cool. I think his name was TJ Killa. If you're out there, shout out to you, my man. Really appreciate you coming in that day, because you really freaking made my day. Let me tell you, it's so fun when you get like your first actual viewer. Freaking A, man. Is there any other games that were... Oh, I thought I already had this. I'm like, wait a minute, what is up there? That's a well. What other good games are coming out? Because you've got Revelations. I don't really consider that a good game as of yet. I'm really only getting that because of the because it's the last of the remake trilogy and I'm streaming, so I might as well play it, kind of deal. Although from what I heard from the ending and the Yamaguchi articles talking about the ending, I'm like, oh, I may not even want to attempt to play it, but I'll buckle up. I'm not planning on purchasing it. my buddy, who's definitely guaranteed to get it, will I might just borrow his copy. So good deal in my opinion, because I'm like, hey, you don't get my money and I can still play your game. So how about you suck it, Square Enix? How about you freaking get rid of your ethics department and actually you know, make games with passion nowadays? How about that? Swear to God, you used to be my favorite company and now you suck balls. Freaking A, man. Not that they haven't made some good stuff, but probably like count it on one hand nowadays. Really wish they would bring back the Parasite Eve series, but Third Birthday kind of screwed that up. I feel so freaking bad, man. It was so unique too. A freaking active time battle system using guns and magic that's like classic Final Fantasy, but in a modern day setting. And not to mention the entire story of the mitochondria being like kind of like a invasive cell and is tired of nucleic domination and taking over the cells, which somehow is creating enough energy to actually mutate the cells, which then mutates the body itself, which is such a cool premise. That was such a cool game. Come on. All right, let's do our final trade of the day. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it's nice to have the miasma bolt, but if I have to get in close quarters, and it comes with amplified damage charges, I most likely will not use them because I suck at using charges, but yeah, I think we will. I think we will. No way is good. Come on now. Nope. Yep. Nope. 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 And keeping all the mana potions because I need to use it in case I decide to go Miasma Bolt, which I might have to at Arndariel. But let me see. What level are you, Diane? Oh, right click. Not quite level 11, so you can't use the armor quite yet, which is unfortunate. Do you have any daggers that has skills? Oh, if I had Echoing Strike, that would be really good. But I don't think I have. Is that even worth it though? Because will become an Echoing Strike build, but the Echoing Strikes part doesn't really come in until like level 75 when I go to that build. Right now it's the leveling build, which is, they say you should use Abyss for. It's 4,000 off the top though. Is Echoing Strike really that powerful? They say it's still top build even with all the changes they made. Oh. That's a thinker. No, I'll keep with the Falcon. Or Scimitar. Falcon. No, I have to go. Nope, I have to go. I'm weak. I gotta be careful. I'm weak. I gotta be careful. Do you have anything? I know I want 2-socketed. Yeah, that. Because I want to have, was it stealth? Is the rune word on that? Yeah, so we're going to do that. I said I wanted a 2-socketed helmet as well. but don't have it, which is fine. Okay. All right, everyone. Sorry for the short but sweet stream today, but that is the morning quickie for you. That is what it's meant to be. Just give you a nice hour of my sweet succulent voice, as well as gives you something to listen to in the background while you're doing your thing, if you don't plan on watching. But I do hope that if you are lurking or checking the VODs, that feel free to always check out my stream. I would love to have you guys here. Why did I even mess that one up? Yeah, I'd love to have you guys here to talk about just all the games, all your memories, as well as new strategies for games like Diablo 2 is ripe for people to discuss strategies, as well as generally I don't want backseating, but Diablo 2 is one of those that, hey, I don't mind backseating, because if you give me a new build that I really like something that's like really off the chains, completely off meta, but is so much fun, that is the kind of backseating I like to see, man. That's the kind of stuff that's great. Like if I play Pal World, then hey, try this build with these pals. This is actually an easier way to level up. I enjoy that. Just like story wise, like, hey, has the streamer got to this part yet? Or hey, can't see the streamer's reaction to what's coming up. Then I'm like, okay, well, obviously something is going to happen. I want it to catch me off guard, But I'm not as much of a stickler or rather, my definition of backseating is a little bit looser. No, not looser, more strict than most other streamers, and I won't ban you or yell at you for what more probably other streamers would yell at you for. I just give a gentle reminder, and then I'm like, all right, look, I'm a full believer in the 3-strike rule. Okay. So I try and keep it lax, but if it's like over the top, like, okay, you did that on purpose, it's way over the top, now you got to be gone on the first offense. But I try not to do that. To keep my chats open, full of discussion, either by today's topics about the game or in life in general. We all need a place for that, and I would like my chat to be that. All right, guys, I have to go. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. Yeah, I have to go. I have to go freaking run down to the store because it's like 20-minute drive for me. I'm gonna get those energy drinks and my hot sauce because, oh boy, because I want to get back in time to make that my breakfast. I gotta go. All right, guys. I will see y'all later. Please enjoy your Friday. Look forward to seeing any of you guys for the stream in Memoria on FF7. We'll be continuing that. I believe we're outside of Gungaga going towards Cosmo Canyon, and we're going to try and get through not only Cosmo Canyon, but what is right after Cosmo Canyon. It's go towards Nibelheim and Rocket Town. Is that it? We can get through Rocket Town. Hell, I would love to be able to get past the first disc, but knowing me, it will not happen. We will most likely just get through Rocket Town. That'd be the goal for this weekend. So if you're interested in that and a more analytical discussion about one of my most favorited childhood games, the one that has the permanent spot as #1 in my Hall of Fame, then yeah, go ahead and do that. I also look forward to playing the remakes. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm only doing it for comparison purposes. But hey, if you're looking forward to that, it'll be right after we're done with In Memoria FF7, so we can get ready for Revelations, whatever the hell it's called. I don't care. All right, guys, have a good one. I will see you this